How to pick the right real estate agent for buying a home here in Hawaii. Well, the days of just calling any real estate agent up and get them to show you a property are dead. Those days will soon be gone, and you are going to have to sign a written buyer's representation contract agreement before anyone will show you a property. Yes, are you ready to make this major change? Over the years, consumers would just call an agent here in Hawaii, ask them to run out, take a video of a property so they could decide whether they want to buy it. Easy, right? No financial obligation, no travel expenses, just kick back and wait on the video.
Nice.
Well, starting August 17th this year, that common practice will no longer exist here in Hawaii or anywhere around the United States. I just did a video on this subject and it was called Hawaii Real Estate is Dead. You need to check it out. Since the entire real estate industry is about to change, maybe it's time to start looking seriously for the right real estate agent for buying a home here on the Big Island. So, how do you pick the right real estate agent for buying a home? Hi, I'm Stephen Prosky, licensed real estate broker with Compass Hawaii here on the Big Island. Today, I'm going to give you a list of criteria I think you need to use when picking the right real estate agent for representing you buying your home here in Hawaii, and questions you should ask. So you can start interviewing agents and have some sort of mindset behind you. You don't want to lose thousands of dollars on the deal, think you got screwed over, or didn't receive the service you felt entitled to. I suggest you watch this video till the end if you plan on buying or selling a home later this year. This monumental change is going to impact you. At the present time, there are over 17,000 real estate agents in Hawaii, and I can tell you this, they all don't work the same, nor do they all provide the same level of service to their clients. You can get taken advantage of, get screwed over, or have a bad experience at the end of the day. I have been told time and time again from some of our clients that they regret working with specific agents. So number one, referrals. Don't want to search for an agent online? Then getting a referral from someone you know and trust is a great way to find a real estate agent to represent you. You can ask coworkers, family members, friends who may have just recently purchased a home. Ask them, did they enjoy the process? Did they enjoy working with the agent? Were they knowledgeable about the market? Did they communicate well? Or were they just hard to reach? Another great source for finding an agent is if you're getting a mortgage and using a lender, ask them for a referral. They will know a good number of agents in the area and could recommend a good buyer's agent to you. If you don't want to ask for a referral from anyone, let your fingers do the walking online. Yes, going to places like Zillow, Google Business, or Yelp. These are general locations where you could find information about agents and their reviews and whether they're a listing agent or a buyer's agent. Another source is YouTube. This is an outstanding choice, as you may have found out already watching our videos, because you can see if an agent is knowledgeable and is educating the world on the buying process, or are they just showcasing properties that are for sale. Is this someone you feel you want to work with? Are they telling you what you want to hear, or are they telling you what you need to hear? That can be a big deciding factor on who you decide to work with. Number two, availability. What we mean by this is you want to work with an agent who will actually pick up the phone. You may want to think this is a bit unusual. However, here in Hawaii, people are so laid back and they fall into the mindset of island time. Yeah, we enjoy a relaxed, slower pace, but do you want that in your real estate agent that is representing you on a $500,000, $1 million, or multi-million-dollar transaction? You want someone who will pick up the phone, answer your questions, because this is probably the largest investment of your life. Plus, you want someone who's going to represent you, communicate with you, educate you, and importantly, pick up the phone. I understand a good number of people still communicate via email and even text messaging. However, if your real estate agent doesn't respond to your call or text messages in less than an hour, maybe that's not the person you want to work with. Like I said a minute ago, there are more than 17,000 real estate agents here in Hawaii, and not all are practicing real estate on a full-time basis. So you call them and they do not respond in a reasonable time frame. Is this happening now? Is this the person you want to work with once you're under contract and you have important questions and they're nowhere to be found? So, number 3, do they have systems in place for doing business? It is really important to work with an agent who has defined processes and systems in place. You want to know what to expect from your real estate agent. As I mentioned earlier, starting August of this year, agents are going to require you to sign a buyer representation contract agreement, and in that agreement, your agent will spell out what they will be doing for you while representing you while you are purchasing real estate here. Do they have a schedule on how they communicate with you daily or weekly? Are they educating you on the documents that you will be signing, or are they just letting you figure it out? Do they offer a buyer consultation before you even start looking at properties? Or do they just show you properties and figure it out as things move along? For me, I have a very simple, straightforward process with all my transactions. It starts with an initial call, and after our conversation, if I like them and I feel comfortable moving forward, then we schedule a buyer consultation where I explain the entire buying process, educate them on the market, determine their real estate wants and needs, put together their listing search criteria, and when they start selecting homes, I analyze those properties to determine if they are the best fit for my clients. Matter of fact, I provide them with my 50 things that I will do for them during the entire buying process. Once we get under contract, I have a full-time transaction coordinator who handles all of my paperwork to make this a smooth transition and transaction. These are things you need to understand and ask those potential agents during your interviews on whether or not they have systems in place to handle your real estate transaction. Are they handling all the paperwork themselves, or do they have a transaction coordinator or an assistant to handle them? These are just a sampling of things I have in place to coordinate a smooth transition for my clients. If you are talking with an agent and they go blank and say, "Yeah, I just show you properties," this could be a red flag for you moving forward, because real estate transactions are not easy and there are loads of documents to review. Not to mention, we have forms and issues here that are unique to Hawaii, and you will not be familiar with them. So you want someone who has the experience and the knowledge to lead and guide you every step of the way. Number 4, are they an active real estate agent? You may think this is a strange question to ask, but as I stated earlier, there are over 17,000 licensed real estate agents in Hawaii. Not all of them are working full-time. The National Association of Realtors states that the average number of sales per agent in the United States is between 2 and 10 per year. Now, you must take in consideration the agents that only sell one house per year to friends and family, or the agents who work only on weekends because they have a full-time job Monday through Friday. Some other considerations is the agent part of a team, or are they a solo agent? These are all questions you need to ask. So you want to work with someone that is in the middle. What I mean by this is you don't want to work with someone that is so busy that they don't have time for you, or after the initial introduction, they pass you along to a team member and never see you again.
Goodbye, darling!
Or you don't want to work with someone who just sells 1 to 2 homes per year, because they may not be keeping up with the market and are not able to guide and direct you. The best choice you could make is to find someone in the middle. They're available, they're easy to get a hold of, they understand the real estate market, they understand the process, and they look out for your best interests. You know, somebody like me. Number 5. Specialist or generalist. What I mean by this is you want to work with a specialist versus a generalist. Say you're remodeling your home and do you want to use a handyman, or do you want to use somebody who has the specific skills, like someone who does framing or painting or tiling, an electrician or a plumber, somebody that just does those particular tasks? Do you want a jack of all trades or a master of none? Well, in real estate, you want someone who has the skills and the experience in the area that you need help in. For most of my career, I've been working with buyers who are relocating, first-time home buyers, second home, and investment buyers. That is why I obtained my accredited buyer's representation designation, ABR, many years ago, so I could learn the skills and additional knowledge needed to assist my clients. I enjoy the educating process of working with them, not to mention assisting them find their dream homes. Do you want to select an agent who will work with anyone that comes their way because they specialize in nothing? Or do you want to work with someone who represents you on the largest investment that specializes in helping people buy homes? When people are selling their home, they tend to look for agents who specialize in just listing and selling properties. I would like to think you would want an agent that specializes with buyers. As I've been saying all along here on the video, interview 2 to 3 agents before you decide who to work with. They all don't work the same, nor do they all provide the same level of services. What credentials do they have? Are they a new agent, or have they been around the block for a few years? What do consumers say about them? What experience do they have? You should always talk to at least 2 to 3 agents first before you make that big decision, because not everyone you meet is going to be a perfect fit, especially now that you are going to have to sign a buyer representation contract agreement starting in August for a fixed period of time. You don't want to lock yourself into a contractual agreement and then decide shortly thereafter you made a bad decision. Interview, interview, interview. That's my recommendation. If you want to start with me, then please click the link in the description below to schedule an initial call with me. I would be honored to work with you if given the opportunity. I promise I would not waste your time. Need help with specific questions? Well, here are a few that I think you should ask. How will you help me find properties in my price range? Will you be proactive in finding properties that meet my requirements, and how often will you send them to me? Will you help me make a competitive offer once I find a property? How will you help me negotiate with the sellers? Can you send me some past client references? This is a big one, and if they decline, that is a red flag, and maybe you want to find somebody else and not work with that person. If you found this information useful, can you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll get notified when we drop new videos. It's a lot of information to take in consideration. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you next week. Aloha.